One's almost down on the left. Down again.
Rogue agent neutralized.
Huh.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
He's down now, he's down.
A rogue agent has been neutralized.
Down.
A few moments later.
There's a box on the rope. The hunter's here now. Dude, who called this? Somebody over here must have done the same shit.
Successful.
What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Nothing But Skills, and today I'm bringing you another division video. Today's video is going to be focused on the weapon I think could be better than the house, and on certain gear sets it definitely is. Now a lot of you guys are always grinding for the house, always asking me, hey Skills, how did you get your house? But why aren't you asking about this weapon? So we're going to get into this video in just a second, but before we do, I just want to say, if you're new to my channel and this is the first time you're watching a video, hit that subscribe button. If you guys enjoy this video, hit the thumbs up, and as always, if you have any questions, use the comment section down below. So let's get into the video. So the gun I'm going to be talking about today is the Bullfrog, and we're going to be comparing the Bullfrog with the house, and why I think the Bullfrog is the most underrated gun in the game, and why with the right gear set this gun is amazing. Now what is so amazing about this Bullfrog? The base damage looks low when you first look at it, but then you see right under it, it has a bonus damage of 2,500, and you're wondering, how are you getting that extra 2,500 bonus damage? Well, on the third talent on the Bullfrog, uncomplicated, damage is increased by 15%. Accuracy and stability mods reduce this bonus. When you don't use any accuracy or stability mods, you get the full bonus of 2,500. I noticed when I run this with my striker, the bonus is around 2,300. That's only about 300 reduced DPS, so I'm not too worried about it, and that's not running any stability mods on the weapon itself, just the gear set. So why do I like this weapon a little bit better than the house? Well, let's compare the two just so you can see. So if we start to compare the Bullfrog with the house, you're going to know the big difference is on the Bullfrog, the base damage is 16.9k plus the 2,500 extra damage he gets from the third talent. That's going to put you at around 19,400 base damage. Now the house has 20,000.9k base damage, but remember, on this gear set I have SMG damage rolled. If I just put on a gear piece that has assault rifle damage rolled, and we go back to look at the same gun, and we compare them, the base damage goes up. So now with me switching out the gloves, you notice that the Bullfrog's base damage is 18.9k plus the 2,500, so that's going to put me around 21,400, and then on the house it's only a base damage of 18.6k. So that's why I tell you guys, this gun is really underrated. The base damage on it holds up really well with the house. Yes, on the house you have the third talent card counter where one half of the magazine does 20% increased damage. The half which deals increased damage flips after 15 seconds or when the magazine is empty. So that's 5% extra damage for only half of the magazine. So the one thing that the house does have on the Bullfrog is that 23% critical hit chance. Now this is great for players, but if you want to play PvE, the 24% enemy armor damage is going to be a lot better than that 23% critical hit chance that you're going to get from the house. Also, if we look at the stats themselves, you get into the accuracy. Look at my accuracy on my Bullfrog. It's almost 2 times more than the accuracy on my house. The reload speed is a little bit faster. The range is almost double the range, and then the stability is a little bit more on the house, but that is because I have a stability mod on there. When you use the Bullfrog without stability on your gear set, it's a nightmare, and that's just being honest, guys. It's really hard to use this gun on a lot of gear sets, and right after I finish comparing the guns, I'll show you how I have it set up on my gear set and the one gear set I think it works really good with. So let's look at the range real quick. I'm gonna shoot this target in front of me. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be using my house and my bullfrog. So we're gonna start off with the bullfrog and just show you the difference in how it holds its damage. Remember, they both have deadly and they both have responsive. So within 10 meters, they're both gonna have that 10% extra damage. So when I'm within 10 meters, I'm hitting for 23,000. When I go further than 10 meters, I'm hitting for 21,000. So it pretty much didn't lose any of its damage, and I'm further than 10 meters out. All I did was lose the responsive, and when I go almost 30 meters out, it's still hitting 21,000. So all I did was lose the damage on responsive, but I'm hitting the same from this far out. The amount of damage you can still put on players when they're from distance and they're far away is amazing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put on the house, and I'm gonna show you how this gun reduces damage the further the enemy is out. So within 10 meters, we're gonna have the responsive, so keep that in mind. So we're at 20,000 base damage. Now we're further than 10 meters, it's 16,000 base damage. So that's 4,000 less base damage. It should have only gone down to 18,000 further than 10 meters. It went down 4,000 base damage. Now, if we go almost 30 meters out, it's 12,000. So that's 8,000 less base damage. When I'm within 10 meters, I have 20,000 base damage. When I'm further than 10 meters, 12,000. So you can see the big difference that happens when you use this gun from range. So if you're still trying to find the house, maybe you should be looking for the bullfrog. Just showing you the difference in damage from distance, within 10 meters, further than 10 meters, the bullfrog holds up really well and it keeps its damage output. That's why a lot of times when players are running away from me, I'm still able to gun them down because I'm still able to hit these guys just as hard within 10 meters or if they're more than 30 meters out. Now with the house, you lose a lot of damage when players are running away, so sometimes you can't finish them, especially with all the stamina players are running. Now if you're within 10 meters, of course you're gonna melt them with the house because it hits really hard. You have that critical hit chance and that critical hit damage that you're more likely to hit on players. So that's why I honestly think the bullfrog is one of the best guns in the game. If not, it might be better than the house with one gear set. How I made this gear set work amazing with the bullfrog. So the gear set I'm talking about is the 6-piece striker. Now I feel that this gear set takes full advantage of everything that this bullfrog can do. It reduces the recoil and it lets you pinpoint targets and drop them. As you guys saw the gameplay at the beginning of this video, you guys just saw how hard I was hitting with this gear set. Now the one thing you need to make sure you guys don't do with the bullfrog is put any stability or accuracy mods on the weapon. So for the optics, I'm running a 7.5 critical hit chance, 4% critical hit damage, and 6% headshot damage. For the loud vent break, I'm running 19% critical hit damage, 3% critical hit chance, 5.5 headshot damage. For the small grip, I'm running 19% critical hit damage, optimal range, and reload speed. And for the extended magazine, I'm running magazine size, critical hit chance, and rate of fire. Now if we get into the gear set, for the chest, it's rolled stamina, it has health, it has exotic damage resilience, and then it has ammo capacity. For the mods, I'm running stamina mods with exotic damage resilience. For the mask, it's rolled stamina, it has critical hit chance, and the minor attribute is blind death resistance. For the mods, it has stamina mods with exotic damage resilience. For the knee pads, it's rolled stamina, it has critical hit damage, bleed resistance, blind death resistance, and burn resistance. And for the mods, it has stamina mods with exotic damage resilience and performance mod with first aid self-heal. For the backpack, it's rolled firearms, it has stability, disrupt resistance. Now, for this major attribute, this is up to you, but I personally like putting the 17% stability on this backpack just to make that bullfrog a little bit more accurate. Now, the reason why this gun works really good with the striker gear set is because on set 2 bonus, you're gonna get 20% stability, and set bonus 5 gives you an additional 10%. So not running any stability on this gear set, it's already gonna give me 30% stability just because of the 5-piece bonus. I choose to have a little bit more stability, pushing me to 47% stability, and that's adding 17% stability on my backpack. Now, some of you might want to run a little bit more critical hit damage on here, or even run health, but I want a gun that I can mow down people from distance. The mods, I'm running firearm mods with exotic damage resilience, performance mod with 6% first aid self-heal. For the gloves, they're rolled firearms, they have critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and assault rifle damage. For the holster, the major attribute is critical hit chance. For the mods, I'm running a performance mod with 6% first aid self-heal. Now, if we get into the character and you look at the stats on my bullfrog, my critical hit chance is 27.5, my critical hit damage is 108%, and my headshot damage is 87%. My enemy armor damage is 39%, which is really good if you want to run this build in PvE. My max health is 355,000. My armor mitigation is almost maxed out at 33%. My exotic damage resilience is 24%. My bleed resistance is 33%. My blind depth resistance is 48% and my burn resistance is 33%. My disrupt resistance is 15%. Now with all those stats, that's going to put me around 378,000 firepower. That's firearms of 5,600. My toughness is around 529,000. That's stamina 7,600. And my skill power is 88,000. That's electronics of 2,900. So like I said in the beginning of the video, I think this is the most underrated gun in the game. It's how I run my striker set now. I don't use the house when I run the striker. I just think this gun is so much better and it has so much more upside to it, especially when you're fighting further than 10 meters out. So if you guys are still looking for the house and you have a bullfrog sitting in your stash, pull it out, put it on, run the striker set if you have the 6-piece striker, and have a lot of fun, guys. I hope you guys start to use it a little bit more and take full advantage of it. I've been using this gun for about a month now. I don't even run the house on my 6-piece striker anymore. If you guys have any questions on this build, let me know in the comment section. If you guys like this video, please hit that thumbs up. And as always, guys, if you're new to my channel and this is the first time you're watching a video, hit that subscribe button. If you don't see me in Last Stand, if you don't see me in the Dark Zone, if you don't see me in Skirmish, it's only a matter of time. Nothing but skills out.